What's up, guys? Today is the seventh day of our coding challenge, and our task for today is a tip calculator, input, handling, math operation, and to fix. So let's get our SPCK. Okay, so this is our previous code. Let's quickly close it. Okay, then let's create our file, which is going to just be tip. Then we are going to load it to link it with HTML. Then here we should alert to see if it's working well. And then we have it. We are doing everything dynamical. So I think we should start with container. And we are just going to say document dot create element. And we are creating div. Okay, guys, I'm going to pause this so that I will do the HTML and we come back so we will continue, because I don't want to bore you guys with all these things. Okay, welcome back. So as you can see, I just created the container, the amount input. We are going to have two input, and the percent input. So our next thing that we are going to do is to append them. So all we are just going to do is you're just going to say document.body dot append child, and then we are just going to append the container. After this, we are going to also append all this button to the container. So we are just going to say container dot append child, and that is going to be the amount input here. Sorry, this should be document.body dot append child, and here you can see we have our first input. After this, we are going to give the second input. It's going to be container dot append child, and that is going to be the percent input. And I forget to do something. We're just going to say this and this. So the amount dot placeholder is going to be equals to amount. Okay. Make sure it's inside the open and close one touch plus the placeholder. This input percent input dot placeholder is going to be equals to percent. Just like this. And there you can see what we have here. So right now we are going to create the click function. So we are just going to say button and sorry, you also need to append the button. So let's copy this guy over here. I like this habit. So here you're just going to append the button, and then we are going to append this button. So you're just going to say button dot dot add event. We are listening to the click. The one thing is that this is not button, it should be button. So here we are going to create a function. We are going to name it button. Let's get rid of this placeholder, that is paragraph or parameter. Then let's log something to see if it's working. So right now, if we click the button, which says calculate over here, we are getting high in the console. So this is working. Now, what we are going to do is that we are going to make sure that all the inputs convert into number. You understand? We are going to make sure that all the input is converted into placeholder. So we are going to say const, that is it, I think so. Yeah, let's use constant variable, and we are just going to say amount should be equals to float. Oh no, post float. And that is going to be this guy over here. That should be amount input dot value, and const the percent we want to calculate. That's just call it percent. Instead of percent, you put just percent, and let's copy it over here. And this percent should be pass float. There's going to be a percent dot value. So let's log them and see what we have. So remember to always close this. So let's just think that this is 100 and the percent should be 10. So you can see amount 100 and percent 10 in this console. Okay, so we are getting the value. The next thing we are going to do, let's cut this out, is to calculate the value and just to calculate the values, that is the amount and the percent. So we are just going to say, use something like if none, if is none. So if it is not a number, we are going to alert something, then we return. We are just going to say the amount. If it is not number, let them return. Or is none, which is the percent, or amount is less than equals to 0, less than or equals to 0. Let's check again. Or amount is, oh sorry, not that is percent, because we don't want any empty, we don't want user to do anything if the input is empty or if the input is not a number. So we are just going to check if the percent input is also, there is nothing inside. That is what this means. So sorry. So you can see, if it is not a number, if the amount is not a number, or the percent is not a number, or amount is not, it equals to, like, is less or equals to 0, or percent is less or equals to 0, then should return. So before we return, we are going to alert, or we're going to just log empty or invalid input. I'm going to say empty or invalid input. Then we are going to return. Hope this makes sense. It's just, we are just checking if all this thing is empty. We are going to console.log empty or invalid input. Then we return. This is called validation. So let's check if this work. Right now we don't have anything. We don't type anything inside this input. So let's just click on this calculate to see what will happen. So as you can see, in our console, it say empty or invalid input. Let's refresh. Then let's just write something. You see, this is not a number. Now you can see it say empty or invalid input. But when we put something like number here, oh no, really? Then we calculate. You can see we are not getting any message again. That means the validation is working. So after we do this, after we get this, then let's come down over here, and we are going to start. We are going to calculate we are going to calculate the amount and the amount and the percentage. Then we get back our total. So we are just going to say I don't know whether I should call it together, or let's just say combine let's just say comb comb sorry comb amount. You can call it whatever you want. So, or you can just say calculate amount. That is calc amount. Then it is going to be the amount times the percent divided by 100. And it's going to have toFixed of 2. So if you have once worked with an e-commerce website, this is going to be easy, and especially this is going to help you when you want to work with e-commerce website. So after we get this, you're just going to say total and that is going to be equals to amount plus percentage. And let's just do it this way. Then toFixed 2. Let's console it. So amount let's just say calc amount. Let's just say calculate calculation is going to be this. That is calc amount, and this is going to be the total, and that is going to be total here. Let's see if this will work. So let's enter the amounts like 200. The percent is going to be 20. Then let's click calculate. Okay. So the calculation is 40, and then the total is 220. And then we have a little problem over here. Let's calculate again. Okay, you see, right now we are getting everything correct. So right now, it's just that this 0 over here, that is what I wanted to get. Okay, thank you for watching. This is the end of this challenge.